So with yesterday's earnings call with EA, we got a lot more clarity on Battlefield 6 and kind of when to expect it, what's going on with an official reveal, and things like that. But before we jump into it, just want to say, if you guys enjoy the video and want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content. With that being said, let's talk about EA's earnings call. Now, for one, I'm glad they didn't talk about anything like, oh, this is the most revolutionary game of all time and we're going to show the industry X, Y, and Z. EA's executives themselves, especially Andrew Wilson here, whenever they talk highly of Battlefield like that, I tend to not really care too much. But with the recent gameplay leaks and things like that, I'm genuinely excited for this title because the game actually looks good. So the first thing he mentioned was reiterating a release window. Since we know what has been announced and given a date, the window has been pushed up slightly by, expected at least by March 2026. Now, I personally think that they're going to try to push for a late fall window after Call of Duty. Whatever they do, I think releasing after Call of Duty is going to be a net benefit. If they wait for it and then release around that Call of Duty window, well, we're going to see something like we saw with the Titanfall 2 window when Battlefield, I believe, 1 came out alongside a Call of Duty title. I forget exactly which Battlefield title came out, but don't shoehorn next to Call of Duty. Let this one actually breathe by itself. Let people get tired of Call of Duty and embrace them here with hopefully a great game at launch. But again, we'll see how things go for the release window. Another notable thing here is the CFO, and I think Andrew Wilson at some point clarified the pricing of the game. And I'll be honest, guys, I did not expect EA to take the high road here. So we all know the fiasco going around game pricing. $80 is now the new standard by Nintendo and by Xbox. We figured that every other game, PlayStation, other publishers are going to follow in suit. But it seems that EA, out of all people, Jesus Christ, how far have we fallen? That EA is taking the high road with pricing. It indicates that we are still going to be dealing with the same pricing we already do with EA titles. And what that means is do not expect an $80 standard release game. That is awesome. That is also shocking. I was pretty prepared for EA to follow in suit with Microsoft and Nintendo and raise it to $80. The reasoning for raising prices is I'm not against it because, well, games do cost a lot of money to make. However, I always say that if someone doesn't feel value in their dollar, they have the right to complain about the pricing. And with some of these releases with games, if something drops $80 now and you don't feel like it was worth your money, then that's your right. It's up to the devs and the team over there to justify that $80 purchase. But it's really good to hear that EA is not taking this road of up in the price of their game. So accessibility at $70 versus $80, while not much, does make a difference. So I'm really looking forward to that. And last but not least, they talked about a reveal. It seems that summer 2025 at some point, I'm going to guess during the Summer's Game Fest, because that's really the major event that goes on there, we are going to be seeing an official reveal. Now, the sooner we see it in the summer indicates the sooner we will see the game. So if we see it in, let's say, Gamescom, I believe that's the end of August, then expect it in 2026, and I'm okay with either. But depending on exactly when they give us an official reveal at one of these big events, or if they host their own event, will depend on whether or not we should expect it in the fall. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, besides that, it's pretty much the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited for this game. The leaks genuinely changed a lot of sentiment I have, and I've seen that across the internet, that people are feeling much better. But again, remember, never pre-order until the game is actually out, and a really solid title. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the information, found it informative, be sure to drop the video a like, helps out the video a ton. And of course, for more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content. Thank you guys for watching. As always, ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.